Hi, my name is Brady Bingman. Today I'll be informing you about the North Korean problem and what life within North Korea is like. What should be done to protect future generations of children on another side of the earth from tyranny? The North Korean problem is a travesty and must be dealt with accordingly. But the true tragedy is what is going on inside this country. It is gravely important that we understand this because the people in the world who still are suffering from a cruel dictatorship need a voice. The three main aspects of the North Korean problem within its border are the propaganda, suffering of its citizens, and poverty caused by the government. North Korea functions off of propaganda. Government propaganda runs rampant. Televisions in North Korea only pick up government propaganda shows, and for this reason, many in North Korea who can actually afford televisions have to buy two, because with the first television, they have to constantly be running North Korean television so that the government doesn't pick up that they're actually streaming South Korean television with the second, which is illegal. Artists are not allowed to freely paint in South Korea. Anything they paint must be in line with North Korean propaganda, and they have a strict set of rules for what they can paint. North Korean propaganda also portrays Kim Jong-un as if he were a god. Only kind paintings of him can be taught, and even now they're teaching in children's textbooks that at the age of 3 he was learning to drive expensive cars and was a childhood prodigy. Furthermore, the citizens of North Korea are being put through hardships and suffering on a daily basis. North Korean citizens are some of the most impoverished on earth. According to a variety of surveys put together by Rick Newman of the U.S. Times, annual GDP per capita is about $1,800 in North Korea, which ranks 197th in the world, while South Korea is over 18 times that amount. Most workers only earn $2 to $3 per month from the North Korean government, while some do pick up extra jobs on the side to get them about an extra $10 a month, but that's all they have for the month. About half of North Korea's 24 million people live in extreme poverty. Most homes are heated by an open fire with burning wood or brush. Electric is also sporadic and unreliable, and when it does come on to the houses that can afford it, it only runs for about 2 to 3 hours a day. North Korean schools are also basically non-existent. Newman continues on later to say, parents who send their kids to school are expected to provide desks, chairs, building materials, and cash to pay for heating fuel. Some students are put to work to producing goods for the government, or gathering up discarded materials, or cleaning up litter. Some parents actually bribe the teachers so that their children don't have to go to school. Though this is technically illegal, it just gets looked past. These are just absolutely horrific conditions for children to be sent into. Also, hunger is a prevalent issue in North Korea, as many cannot even afford to feed their families or themselves. A former propaganda artist for the government, Song Byuk, said to The Independent, "I saw many of my neighbors starve to death, including my mother and one of my younger sisters." That is the kind of life that is normal in North Korea. Finally, if poverty and hunger are not enough, you are not allowed to speak out against it. Freedom of speech does not exist in the propaganda world of North Korea. You must be in line with the government's view. 60 or 70 North Korean leaders who have spoken out against Kim Jong-un have mysteriously ended up dead. Some of these include his family, mainly his brother who died recently in Malaysia. If you do speak out against the dictator, you may find yourself in a gulag somewhere. There are even multiple Americans to this day stuck in North Korean gulags. However, that information is not readily known to North Korea, as most of them are unaware that gulags even exist. The Independent goes on to say, the overwhelming majority of North Korea's 25 million citizens live with the threat of gulag, forced labor camps, and public execution. But Mr. Song remained wholly unaware of this until he was a teenager. To continue, the poverty from the top down in North Korea is unparalleled by any in its region. However, Kim Jong-un himself is still worth $5 billion. He takes the money he wants from the government and keeps it whenever he pleases. While his country suffers, he lives a lavish and luxurious life. I have some statistics here from MSN.com that just show you how luxurious a life Un has. It's estimated he spends millions of dollars a year on foreign cuisine. The handbags he buys for his wife are equivalent to a one-year salary for a North Korean citizen. He has an $8 million yacht that has been compared to a cross between a Disney cruise and a Carnival cruise. He has his own private cinema with over 1,000 seats and also a DVD collection of 20,000 movies, including Rambo, even though DVDs are illegal in North Korea by his decree. The armored car he drives is worth approximately $1.7 million, and that is just the start of his expensive car collection. Almost the entirety of the remaining of North Korea's money goes to the military. According to realtruth.org, the North Korean government heads the fourth largest standing army on earth, more than 1 million soldiers, as well as a civil defense group of about 5.7 million people. They believe that no country is too big to defeat, including the U.S. They also put on constant parades and fist-pumping shows. They are also incessantly building missiles that will cause millions or billions more to the government. Because of all this government spending, the citizens are left with no money and an inflation rate of nearly 100%. The North Korean dictatorship tortures its citizenship through propaganda, poverty, and incessant spending. Whether you think it is the U.S.'s responsibility to intervene or not, it is hard to deny that something must be done to liberate the North Korean people. The longer the world waits, the more they will suffer. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something today.